1 year ago that we were in this very same spot to produce our first show. So it's only fitting that we come back to where we started. Thank you for joining us as we take a look at this amazing M6 convertible on Let's Roll Out. It's been a really questionable spring, and I was a bit worried because I wanted to show this car in the perfect light. The M6 convertible with the San Marino blue and the Silverstone interior. Its contrast that'll make this car stand out. Of course, it's to remind you, it is an M6 riding on 20-inch rims and just so perfectly fitted in the wheel well. You see, this is what BMWs were known for. It has that aggressive stance that looks mean from every angle. Today we get to look at this beast. Now, working our way to the front. This car comes equipped with BMW's best. The 4.4 liter twin turbocharged V8. This little monster pumps out 560 horsepower with 500 foot-pounds of torque. The beauty about this motor is that 500 foot-pounds of torque comes in at 1500 RPMs. It's enough to light up those 295 tires in the back. Now, in my opinion, I think BMW has absolutely knocked the M6 out of the park. It is sleek, yet aggressive. Elegant, yet powerful with the statement it makes. At the bottom, it has the dual tailpipes on each side. And if you're not familiar with the brand, they remind you by putting an M6 badge right there on the back. Don't mess with it. It is known to be the most powerful letter in the automotive industry, the M6. Now, while it looks great on the outside, I want to be inside. So let's go take a look. Now, this has to be BMW's best interior ever made. It is simply gorgeous to look at, and everything are perfectly placed. You put your hands down, and there are the buttons for your windows and your mirrors. On the so nice steering wheel. It is chunky yet soft. The paddle shifters are mounted directly on the steering wheel to flip through the 7 gears that comes with this dual clutch. In the center, there's that 10.2-inch screen to control your navigation radio, CD player, all of your media interface, dual zone climate controls, and as you work your way down, it just has the nice lines that flow from over the glove compartment onto your armrest. Here in the center, there is a big pocket to store your things. In the side, in the door sills, it's just small enough for putting small items. Now in the back, I am 6'2", and even though BMW says that this is a 4-seater, with someone my size, it's just not good enough for anyone back there, not even small kids. But here in the front with these seats,
any ideas? It
is absolutely well thought out. It's a place where you can spend a tremendous amount of time. Comfort comes in spades. We have the perfect bolsters, heated and air-conditioned seats, just in case you might get fatigued for some reason. It does give you the massage seats as well. So comfort and style with power from that 4.4 goes hand in hand. But hey, we've spent enough time sitting here talking while I have a monster on my hands. So let's go explore and see what the M6 is capable of. Now, what I really like about this car, it has a great dual personality. It is perfect for relaxation or just beating up the back roads. Put it into drive and it's just absolutely so docile. The gear shifts are perfect, very seamless. Now, in the past, BMW had the SMG transmission, and that was a very jerky transmission. The great thing that this, with the dual clutch transmission, has eliminated that completely. The car is quiet and it suits relaxation to a T. Here with the top down, you can barely hear it hum coming from the back because the mufflers are toned down. The 4.4 liter V8 up front is just rumbling so soft, and so it's a vehicle that you can absolutely relax and enjoy an evening out for a drive, a cruise. And when you're ready, take it into the back roads and it becomes a stimulating monster. This vehicle is meant to suit the masses. You see, the M vehicles were known to be very meticulous, extremely sporty, highly customizable is what this car is. You see, they come with 3 different modes for how you want the engine to respond. 3 different modes for how tight and nimble you'd like the steering wheel to be. You have 3 different modes for your suspension. And when you're done, you have 3 different modes, again, for how fast you want your gear changes. So let's turn everything up. You see, the nice thing is on the steering wheel, BMW has put the 2 buttons, the M1 and M2. Now, we've gone ahead and set everything to the most aggressive setting, M2. Everything in Sports Plus mode. Performance is what we're after. You see, once you've turned everything up, this car comes with the heads-up display to give you the perfect shift points. You see, the red line is at over 7,000 RPMs, and whew, you have that 500 foot-pounds of torque that goes over 5,000 RPMs. We're in an M6, baby. BMW's best. That downshift now becomes so aggressive. Let's go. Oh my God. Oh, now the sports exhaust comes alive and the gear shift gives you a thump with each shift, and you have the tachometer just revving so nicely at the top. Oh my God. You have the best roads, and here as we crest this hill, as it drops away from you, it feels oh, life can be so good. And you know, I've always wondered why BMW has got such a hold on me. And every time you get behind the wheel, you can see why. This 2012 BMW M6. I loved it when I saw it. I loved it even more now that I've driven it. I am tempted to walk into the showroom and buy it. It is that good. The sound is great. The gear shifts are just to die for. The power from that motor up front propelled this 4,500 pound vehicle like a freight train. It is so addictive. Now, even though the sound may not be perfect like the M5, which was just, whew, words cannot describe how good that was. But it's still very, very stimulating. I love the way the gear shift just knock off so quickly, and with each shift it thumps you in the back to remind you that yes, we are moving, and we're moving pretty fast. Getting up to speed is not a complaint that this car will have. But while there's so many good things to talk about with this, the M6, there's something that bugs me about this car. And that is the trim along the insides of this vehicle. Looking at it makes me feel like I am in my kitchen looking at a countertop. Now for some, it may work, but for me it stands out. And that's all I can actually complain about when it comes to this car. It does everything so well.